Today on Earth Focus, Nicaraguan divers pay a high price, their lives, to provide lobsters for American consumers. They share their story in a new film, My Village, My Lobster, coming up on Earth Focus.
My Village, My Lobster is a one-hour documentary about indigenous Miskito lobster divers along Nicaragua's Miskito coast who risk their lives diving for the region's most lucrative resource, the Caribbean spiny lobster. Commercial lobster diving in Nicaragua and Honduras is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. They dive to depths that are unsafe, they do not follow safe diving practices, and the gear that they use does not allow them to dive safely.
Commercial fishing for Caribbean spiny lobster is a multi-million-dollar industry. Half of the lobster caught in Central America, worth about $28 million annually, comes from fishermen in one country, Nicaragua.
Along Nicaragua's Caribbean coast, lobster diving is the largest industry, so there's a financial incentive for them to dive for lobster. Right now, lobster divers are making somewhere between $2.50 to $3.50 per pound of lobster tail that they catch. And there are a few other economic opportunities for Miskito Indians along the coast, and there's not a lot of educational and professional opportunities as well.
There used to be so many lobsters that you could walk out into the sea and just fish them out by hand. And then the commercialization of lobster diving was introduced, and that sped up the depletion of the lobster stock closer to shore, and it's just moving deeper and deeper and deeper. And that in turn is causing these instances of decompression sickness because these men are diving deeper and they're staying out for longer periods of time.
When divers get the bends at sea, their only hope is to be rushed to shore. There, they receive emergency treatment in Nicaragua's only hyperbaric chamber. If they don't receive treatment quickly, the chances of paralysis and permanent injury are almost certain.
Tiempo es básico, es primordial para atender y ayudar al paciente, porque a mayor tiempo, mayor daño, y el daño se va a volver irreversible en un determinado tiempo.
For Pika, an injured diver, it was this rapid treatment in the chamber that saved his life in 2007.
Operasta 21 days talakritem kabura dia duri bilara livina takri black aida okania ba tuki aida okan kamera bilara kono ba 2 hour and 2 hour apa idingan bara isakan 21 days talakritem wala maka opere opla pa pera lagi.
Treatment in the chamber is not an end-all solution for injured divers. It can reverse some of the acute symptoms of decompression sickness, but divers' limbs are rendered unusable without physical therapy that can last for months or even years.
A lot of times, divers don't get the physical therapy that they need, and they don't get the medical care that they need to either recover or to prevent serious infections and possibly eventual death.
Ustedes también aquí miran cómo en el calle, miran en el hospital, cuántos buzos muertos, cuántos lisiados andan en silla de ruedas y nadie le ayuda, pobrecito. Hay bastante sufrimiento. Solo no es el buzo que anda en silla de ruedas, algunos mueren y los hijos también sufren bastante. Y los esposas le dejan y se corren porque el hombre parece como un niño. No puede cuidar, entonces la esposa tiene que buscar un trabajo. Se enferman del cuerpo hasta que salen, caen gusanos y ¿quién va a estar limpiando ese? El sufrimiento del abuso, ese tiene el problema el dueño de los barcos, porque los dueños de los barcos Cuando está bueno el cuerpo si quiere, pero cuando se enferma lo tiran como basura. El hombre que saca el producto y le da respeto.
I was diving about 10 years from there get paralyzed. Y ahora estoy aquí. Nada de ayuda, los empresarios son duros. Estoy luchando la vida duro. 9 años.
Andrew began diving for lobster at the age of 13. When he was 22 years old, he suffered a severe case of the bends. He's been paralyzed ever since.
A 7 tanques ya me sentí un mareo, pero ya tenía pegado los langostas ahí, botado, y tuve que ir a recoger y ahí me pegó. Me sentí algo cuando me pegó en la columna, un golpe. Me pegó y un mareo en medio del mar y tuve que hacer la parada. Ya era como las 6 de la tarde, ya era noche. Y el otro buzo vinieron y me llevaron a hacer la parada, a decompresarme bajo el agua. Ahí me tuvo casi como 7 de la noche todavía bajo el mar. Y son dolores que estoy muriendo y aguantando. Así hay veces un mareo en la cabeza, calentura, me paso siempre. Parece que está infectado la herida también. Y estuve internado 2 meses en hospital y nada. Eso tiene que ser injerto, a sacar y pegar. A este lado, mira también. 2 lados. Frendo con llama. Estoy por morirme. No quiero mirar por eso, cuando me hace como se ve esto.
Since the early 90s, over 90% of the lobster caught in Nicaragua has been exported to the United States and sold via distributors like the Cisco Corporation, the largest food service distributor in North America.
Since over 90% of the lobster that's caught in Nicaragua is exported to the U.S. and consumed in the U.S., on a consumer level, we can do a lot to incentivize the industry. Never before have we been so far from the sources of our food. So I think one of our objectives and one of our goals with this film was to educate viewers, to educate an American audience about one source of our food and the value chain or the supply chain behind that, which is, in this case, lobster.
People often ask us, what do we want the film to achieve ultimately? Right? What's the bigger message? I think it's a complicated question. I think when I go back and I think about my experiences on the coast and working with these people and being on the boats and seeing the level of suffering that some of the men experience and the families that experience it, I think there are several ideas at play. One is creating a more diverse economy on the coast. I think there can be a tourism industry within that area, whether it's diving, whether it's deep sea fishing, something that can be brought to the coast and created locally that could help create a more diverse economy for the workforce.
Because the lobster industry is the largest industry along the coast, the industry wields a lot of power. And until there's international pressure or internal pressure or private sector investment in alternatives, I don't think that lobster diving, commercial lobster diving as it exists today, is going to end.
continuous airwaves, a global channel of uncompromising stories. World news, documentaries, entertainment, and culture. Link TV, connecting you to the world. For more information, visit linktv.org.